Hey there, creepy peeps. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you're returning. So some of you may not know, depending on if you're on my Patreon page or you follow me on social media, that for the past 2 years, my mom had been battling cancer, and she did have a beat. It came back really bad this past October, and she unfortunately lost that battle on December 28th of 2020. Hence my absence on here for the past few weeks. If you follow me on social media, which you should for things like this, because I always forget that there's a area on YouTube where you can just like post something. My mom was this channel's biggest supporter, and as much of a failure I feel like sometimes, my mom was always there to support me and encourage me. She always got so excited every time I told her how many subscribers I had. She would ask me all the time and would always just get so excited about the number. I feel like she cared about it more than I do. Since she, by reading me Edgar Allan Poe when I was a kid, essentially created my love of horror, or just, you know, like planted the seed, I thought I would honor her just a teensy bit right now and share my favorite horror movie moms. Before we get into that though, I want to say thank you to my creepy patron peeps for supporting my channel. Thank you guys so much. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep yourself, you can follow that link in the description. We got a lot of new perks this year, so they're all listed on the page now, so if you go to my Patreon, you should be able to see them. So like anytime I do a ranking, my reasoning for them being on the list are all over the place. So some of these moms are on here because I think they're like, you know, actually like good parents within horror movies, and some of them are on here because like they're like legitimately crazy, and I love that. This is a ranked list, however, though, so these are my legitimate top 5 favorite horror movie moms. All right, so coming in at number 5 is Amelia from the Babadook. Amelia kind of fits both aspects of this ranking, where I feel like she's legitimately like a good movie parent and also maybe a little bit crazy. She's just trying to do the best she can while like dealing with the grief over her husband and having like literal spawn of Satan as a child. There are a few questionable moments in the movie where I actually might feel bad for her son a little bit, because she seems to really be struggling, and it's kind of hard to tell at times like how much she's struggling, at least up here. But she ultimately pulls through in the end for a really sweet ending, however bizarre or quirky that ending is. I included Amelia because I feel like she's representative of all moms just doing the best they can and, you know, trying to live their own life while molding a kind and compassionate human being. Oh man, am I gonna get raked over the coals for number 4? It's Laurie Strode. Laurie Strode specifically, obviously from Halloween 2018. I'm really hoping I said this in my original review. A smart person would have gone back to check before making this video, but I never made any claims that I'm smart on this channel. So, but one of the things I did like about Halloween 2018 is the generational aspect of it. Obviously, because our main characters essentially are Laurie, her daughter, and her granddaughter. I like that Laurie is flawed as a mother / grandmother figure. She's obsessed with what happened to her as a teen, and it affects how she raises her own daughter, who seems to resent her for it. Of course, all that disaster prep does come in handy because Michael does come back. And then we get the awesome moments of like these 3 generations of Strode women just kicking absolute ass. And it just kind of reminds me of some of the stuff that my mom hammered into my brain as I was growing up that I low-key like might have been annoyed at back in the day, but I really appreciate now. Number 3 on my list is Mrs. Loomis from Scream 2. I'm gonna try and pretend that Mrs. Loomis isn't solely on this list for Laurie Metcalf's crazy eyes. But I'd be lying if I said they weren't a big factor in her ranking on this list. They're iconic, I'm sorry. She just looks insane 95% of the time. For real though, I do really like the confirmation that Scream 2 gives us, that sometimes insanity is indeed inherited. I also really love that she just throws herself into the paths of people like Gail and Dewey with her Debbie Salt persona. I feel like she could have very easily just like kept to the shadows, let Mickey do like most of the work, and then, you know, come out for the big reveal at the end, but she just kept like putting herself like right in the middle of everything with all the other journalists, and I really like that. It's like she's crazy and she's aware, and not only is she aware, but she leans into it. Speaking of moms who know they are crazy, and I think low-key enjoy that, number 2 on my list is Mama Firefly. I'm particularly referencing Karen Black's Mama Firefly from House of a Thousand Corpses, because I just love her performance so much, and I'll get into the specifics of that. Although Leslie Easterbrook does also do an amazing job in The Devil's Rejects, I just feel like they're different. So specifically talking about House of a Thousand Corpses, I love Mama Firefly because she is just this like cute but psycho like mom. I feel like you can really tell where Baby gets her crazy from. Plays this like dumb hick blonde like bimbo kind of character so well, which it makes her seem harmless. I feel like that's the act that Mama Firefly puts on, and you get to see that with the sheriff towards the end of the movie, where she's just like putting on this act. It charms people, but then she turns that dial to homicidal so fast. So that just leaves my favorite horror movie mom ever. Probably gonna get challenged in the comments as to how much of a horror movie this is. It's Beverly Sutphin from Serial Mom. Best movie mom ever. I love, love, love this play on like the idyllic, prim, proper housewife that has a murderous urge. But it's not just random killing. It's not just like she has to kill people. It's the fact that she's punishing people for things like not recycling, not wearing their seatbelt, not rewinding VHS tapes. Those things that kind of irritate us all, but maybe don't necessarily send us into a murderous rage. It's really funny to see to see that these are the things that make this mom angry to the point that she will kill somebody. I also love how Beverly plays up the like innocent mom, innocent housewife kind of act. She uses that to mess with people like her neighbor with like the crank phone calls. It's just really fun to watch. Like, she knows what's up. It's not like she's crazy and she doesn't realize it. She knows she's crazy and she leans into it. My own mom also really loves Serial Mom. So don't know, you know, if we're gonna unpack that right now, but I am my mother's daughter. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 favorite horror movie moms ever. So of course, please let me know yours in the comment section down below. I also made, it's a small playlist, but it's there regardless of the videos that my mom was in on this channel. I'm really glad now that she let me film her, at least for the few times that she did. So if you want to check them out, the playlist is linked in the description and it'll just be up on my channel. I'll just have them there. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here. Become a Creepy Peep today. I post 2 new videos a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So I'll see you next week with a new video. Until then, stay strange. Bye.